Hi everyone, it's me again. Time for another video. How are you today? You know, I say this every time, but it's really true. I miss seeing you, and this is so much fun for me to think about you every time we do a video like this. I'm thinking today's Friday, and it may not be Friday when you watch this video, but today, right now, when I'm making the video, is Friday. And so we'll sing our song, but I also was thinking about the pretty day that we have outside. If I sit inside my house and look out the window, I can see right outside right now. It's a sunshiny day, even though it's a little bit cold, right? In fact, it's maybe a lot bit cold. I don't know. I'd rather it was a little bit warmer, but we'll take it. I like the sunshine. Sunshine always makes me feel better, makes me feel happier. In fact, I was thinking about a compound word, right? See if you can figure out what it is. It starts, this is the first half of it. Sun. What do you think the last half of this word is? You know what sun is, right? The word sun, that beautiful big ball up in the sky that keeps us warm. What's this word right here? Sh, S and H says sh, shine. S-H, shine. Let's put them together. We've got sun, shine, and now we've got sunshine. One word made up of two littler words called a what again? What'd you say? Say it louder. Compound word. Good job. Sun, sun, shine, sunshine. Good job. I like that so much. Let's do our song about the days of the week. It's Friday today, so don't say Friday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. Woo! Am I right? Did every single one of you do that correctly? Even the moms and dads that were singing along. What about the big sisters and big brothers? Did they? Everybody? That is so cool. Okay, I wanted to talk to you about your homework. I got a few pictures. I saw Caroline with her headphones on, watching her iPad, listening so intently to that video. She was being a good listener, just like you guys all are when it's circle time. Do you pretend like it's circle time right now when we're having these videos? Is that why you're such good listeners? Moms and dad, if you're listening, you should see these guys at circle time. They're awesome. They listen really, really well, almost all the time. Don't you guys? For sure. And Reed sent a picture of some tally marks that he made. He was finding rectangles. So far we've found rectangles and squares, and Caroline jumped ahead, Frances jumped ahead, and she found some circles. But we're not going to find any of those things today. We're just going to think about something new today. And also, Alex F. did his homework. And remember, we did patterning the last time? We had some pine cones, and then I don't know what all the things were. I sent you some pictures of things that I found later, like flower pots. I think, did I send you that picture? Oh no, I talked about that, didn't I? Oh, I know, it was coins. Dimes, nickels, quarters, dime, nickel, quarter, dime, nickel, quarter. That's a good pattern, isn't it? And silverware, I sent you some spoons. Little spoon, middle-sized spoon, big spoon. You could keep going like that to make a pattern. Anyway, Alex thought of something that I didn't think of. He sent me a picture of a little shoe, a big middle-sized shoe, and a big shoe. That was pretty cool. I bet it was Alex's, and maybe his brother Max, and maybe his daddy. I don't know whose they were, but they were small, medium, and large. Good job. Very, very good job, Alex. Today we're going to read a story, and after that I'm going to give you a homework assignment. It's a big homework assignment this time. It's one of our favorites. We like to read this story at school, don't we? So I'm going to read it for you today. It's called, tell me, Caps for Sale. Caps for Sale. And you know, moms and dads, I want you to listen to this. I've said this to the boys and girls before. When we read a story, I like to show them the words caps for sale, and I like to tell them the name of the author. But if you look at the name of this author right here, I don't know how to pronounce that name. So I always tell the boys and girls, there's the author. I don't know how to pronounce it. That's not a good thing, is it? Somebody needs to teach me. If any of you can pronounce that word for me, let me know. caps for sale. Once there was a peddler who sold caps. Now, you remember we've talked about the word peddler before. It's kind of an old-fashioned word, but it means somebody who sells things. And he doesn't sell them in a store. He sells them, he goes door to door and sells things like that. He'll go down the street and see people or knock on their doors and see if they would like to buy, in his case, a cap. Once there was a peddler who sold caps, but he was not like any ordinary peddler. Most of those people, when they sell things, they wear something on their back and then they take it off their back and they pull the things out that they'd like to sell. This man, where did he keep his things that he wanted to sell? He wore them on his head. He carried them right on top of his head. First, he had on his own checked cap. He wore his own special little checked cap. That was his favorite, black and white checks. And then a bunch of gray caps, a bunch of brown caps, a bunch of blue caps, and on the very top, a bunch of, red caps. You know this one, don't you? He walked up the street and down the street, holding himself very straight so that his caps wouldn't fall. And as he went along, he called, just like this. Can you say it with him? Caps! Caps for sale! 50 cents a cap! Right? That's not very much money for a cap. Look at all those caps he's got. One morning, he couldn't sell any caps. I don't know why, but he couldn't sell any caps. He walked up the street, and he walked down the street, and he said his usual thing, caps! Caps for sale! 50 cents a cap! But nobody wanted a cap. Nobody wanted one. Not even the red caps. Nothing. He began to feel very hungry. But he didn't have any money to buy lunch. He needed to sell a cap so that he could buy lunch. Oh, dear. Oh, I think I'll just go for a walk in the country, he said to himself. And so he walked all the way out of town. Can you see how he's walking down that? Oops, I'll show you here. Down that big, long road. That's going to take him all the way out of town. He was walking very slowly because he didn't want his caps to fall off, right? What's going to happen here? I know you know, don't you? He walked for a long time. And then he came to a great big tree. Oh, that was the nicest looking tree. Oh, it's pretty. This looks like a good place for a rest, he thought. So he sat down very slowly under the tree, and he leaned back little by little against the tree trunk, so as not to disturb the caps on his head. Then he put up his hands to feel if they were straight. He checked all the caps to make sure they were still straight on his head. First he checked his own cap, and then he checked the gray caps, the brown caps, the blue caps, and the red caps on the very top. He checked them all, didn't he? Oh my goodness. They were all there. And he was so tired and the sun was so bright. He went to sleep and he slept for a long time. He had a really good nap. I like that sun. When he woke up, oh, he felt great. And he was so rested. It always feels good to wake up from a nap. Oh, I had such a good rest. And he stretched a little bit. And he knew it was time for him to stand up and get going, but before he did, he had to check with his hand to make sure all the caps were in the right places. He felt his own checked cap first. Was it there? Yes, he still had his own checked cap, didn't he? Then he looked. There were no more caps on his head. He stood up. He looked to the left of the tree. He looked to the right of the tree. He looked behind the tree. No caps. Then he didn't know what else to do. He looked up into the tree. And what do you think he saw? You know what he saw, don't you? Uh-oh! Look at that. The chocolate tree is now full of monkeys, but what are the monkeys wearing? On every branch sat a monkey, and on every monkey there was a gray or a brown or a blue or a red cap. Oh, all of his caps were on top of the monkeys' heads. Look at the peddler down here. He's looking at the monkeys with his hands behind his back. Oh my goodness. He looked up with his head way up high, and the monkeys looked down at him with their heads way down low. He didn't know what to do. The peddler had no idea. How am I going to get my caps back? So, finally, he said something to the monkeys. He spoke to them. You know what he said, don't you? He said, "You monkeys, you give me back my caps." And he shook his finger at them as he talked. See that? He's got his finger up in there. He's shaking his finger. "You give me back my caps." But the monkeys shook their fingers back at the peddler, and they said, Oh boy, do you think the peddler's going to like that? No, but remember, the monkeys don't know they don't know what those words mean. They didn't know anything. They're just trying to pretend like they're acting like he is. They're pretending like they're him. And so they're doing this and making the noises, and he's talking. They don't know they're being bad monkeys, do they? Oh, but when they did that, the peddler got very angry, and he shook both hands, and he said, "You monkeys, you give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook both their hands at him, just like he did. And they said, Things are not going well here. Now he was very angry. He stomped his foot and he said, "You monkeys, you give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stamped their feet. And they said, By this time, the peddler was really very, very angry. He stomped both of his feet at the same time. "Oh, you monkeys, you give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stomped both of their feet at him, and they said, At last he became so angry. Now he got really angry this time. He took his own cap off and he threw it on the ground. And he began to walk away. "I'm done," he was thinking. Took it off, threw it on the ground. He's getting ready to walk away. But when he did that, the monkey, each one of them, pulled off their caps and they threw them on the ground. They wanted to be like him, didn't they? When he took off his cap and threw it down, they took off their cap and threw it down. And all the gray caps, the brown caps, the blue caps, and the red caps came flying down to the ground out of the tree. They weren't trying to be bad monkeys. They were trying to just do what the peddler wanted, or what the peddler did. They wanted to be like him. So the peddler picked up his caps and put them back on his head. Now you help me. Help me know which ones go first. First he put on his own checked cap. Then he put on the gray caps. Then the brown caps, then the blue caps, and then the red caps on the very top. And slowly, slowly, slowly he walked back into town calling, "Help me, help me say what the peddler said. Caps for sale, 50 cents a cap. Caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." And he walked slowly into town. I hope that somebody bought a cap, because if they didn't, he's not going to get to eat lunch, is he? Poor guy. He was having a rough morning. It was a nice nap, but not a good awakening, right? So here's what I would like you to do. Now that we've read that story, this is your homework. I want you to make a game that you can play. Well, it's an activity, really, not a game. But you can do it with a grown-up, with your mom or dad or grandma or grandpa or whomever you're with, or your big brother or big sister. First thing you're going to need is a tree. So make a tree. I just got a piece of paper off my printer, and I got my markers, and I made a tree. How'd I do? Oh, I even put some grass under there, didn't I? Did I do good? Yeah. Now, I made some caps, and I'm not a very good cap maker, but I did my best. So I made a checked cap for the, what was his name? The peddler. Yep. We'll just put it right here. But you can just lay it on there. We don't have to stick it on. So just lay it on your paper. I can't show you that because it'll fall off. And then I made some, let's see, which ones came first? Gray, brown. What was the next one? Blue, and what was the favorite one on top? Red. I just made a whole bunch of them. So you can do this. Let's say you're playing with your dad. Now here's your tree laying here. And you're going to put some colors on. Let's put a blue one and a brown one and a gray one and a gray one. Now let me get some sticky on here so that they'll stay on there so I can show you what we're doing here. There's a little sticky, a little sticky, a little sticky, and a little sticky. Let's see if they sticky now. Okay, that's what the tree looks like. Then you can say, Dad, can you point to the blue one? Dad, can you point to the brown one? That way. Do it with all the colors. Then you can say, Dad, how many blue ones are there on the tree? Dad, how many gray ones are on the tree? How many gray ones are on the tree? 1, 2. But that's way too easy, isn't it? So let's see. I'll put a little bit more sticky on and watch what I'm going to do. Now this is how you're going to keep playing the game. You'll keep adding hats. And then mom or dad or whoever's playing with you will have to figure out how many of what color is on this page. Oh my goodness, this is going to be hard. Okay, so pretend like you're playing with mom now. Mom, how many red caps are on this tree? 1, 2, 3. Mom, how many gray caps are on the tree? 1, 2. Blue caps? 1, 2. Brown caps? 1. They did pretty well, didn't they? That's the way you can play this game. And the only way you can make a cap that I know, I did my best. You can probably do better than I did. I just used some of my paper from my printer and I cut it in kind of an oval. Maybe that will be our next shape that we look for next time. Oval. And then I used my markers and I made all the different colors that we have and cut them out so that you can play this game. And it's really fun to try that with big brother, big sister, mom, dad, whatever grown-up you have available to help you with that game. It's kind of fun. One more thing before we go. Cap is a hat, right? Cap. What letter do you think it starts with? If I show you this, can you guess what letter, or can you tell me, can you use your detective skills and tell me what letter the word cap starts with? I think it starts with a C, you're right. So I'm just going to put a C on here real quickly. C, cap. There it is. See that word? C-A-P, cap. Can you say it? C-A-P, cap. Now I wonder why I put that on there. And I put more. Oh, what did I do that for? Let's see if I can remember. Oh, I know. We're going to think about rhyming words. Can you think of a word that rhymes with cap? I heard somebody say map. Map. How could we make this right here say map? Up here it says cap. What letter do we have to put here for it to say map? I heard someone. That was exactly right. Let me show you. That was really good. And I'm not going to tell you. You tell me. What letter did I make to make that say map? M. You're right. With the letter M. Now we have a cap and we have a map. 2 words. Now, looks like we're going to have to find another one. When you're sad, you might want to climb up and sit on your mommy's. Oh, I heard you. Lap. How would you make this say lap? What letter would you have to put there? I'm putting the letter. You see if you can guess it while I'm doing it. What letter do you have to put there to make it say lap. The letter L. So now we have cap, map, lap. What else? Oh, I know. What am I doing? Tap. Tap. Cap, map, lap, tap. I'm going to give you one more and then you think of the other one. Whoops, I'm not going to tell you what it is. This is the letter it starts with. Oh. Uh-oh. Nobody wrote the other two letters. What letters do we have to make? We put in an... The peddler was taking a nap in the middle of the day, and it starts with the letter N. But now how do you make it say nap? N, what now? A, and then what? P. I knew you would come up with that. Now I'm going to leave the last one blank with no letters in it, and you're going to have to do this at home. Make 3 lines and see if you can think of a word that rhymes with cap. Let's go over the words that we made. We made cap that starts with C, C-A-P, and then what was the next one again? Map, right? Lap, tap, nap. I wonder what you guys will put on this last one. We know it's going to be A-P because that has to say app. But what letter are you going to put first here? Just make 3 lines on a piece of paper and write a word that rhymes with cap. Can you do it? I think you can. Boys and girls, it was so much fun talking to you today. I hope that you have a really good day and go outside and play in the what? What's that compound word? Sun, shine, sunshine. Bye, boys and girls. Look at me. I love you. That's not a very good you, but it's the best I can do. You. I love you. Bye.